pillow or something.
Do you want this one?
No, you're going to use that one, right?
I don't know. So this couch is a little uncomfy. There's like a bar right in my butt. It's like an old mattress, obviously antique.
Or at least made to look antique.
Yeah, it feels like it. So that's why I had to move and I can't like lounge out.
Well, that's a bummer because it's definitely designed to look like you lounge in it. That or it's like a sweetheart chair, you know?
You get cozy.
Yeah, you get cozy with somebody. It's all curved, but it's long. I feel like you should be able to like use it like a chaise lounge. You know, put your back in that corner and put your stinky feet up by me over here. Well, I'm not telling you to do that.
Going on way over here.
Well, we just have to make do.
Well, hi, Wendy.
Oh, hi. Hey.
So this is our podcast. This is Creatures of the Night. I'm Chris.
And I'm Wendy.
And we're in Nevada. Woo! And not like Las Vegas either. I mean,
though that seems like it's the only real city in Nevada so far. That's all we've seen.
Clearly. We came to find ghost towns and
we found them.
Along with ghosts, lots of desert.
Lots of desert.
Tons of cactus. Except for like, I don't know, that one stretch of road where it was just like desolate nothingness.
Yeah, that is mostly what we've seen in Nevada. I think you saw the cactus in Arizona.
Yeah, I was just
like, we hit Nevada, and you go past the Hoover Dam, there's Bam, Vegas.
Mountains,
and
that's it.
And then it's just mountains and dirt.
It was dirt. Yeah, I know when we were passing by some of these mountains, and I mean, it just honestly, to me, it looks like someone was just like sweeping it up. They're like, "Whew, gosh, this place is dusty." And there's just mountains, but it looks like a dust pile, you know, when you're sweeping it up. So yeah, we saw a lot of nothingness for a really long time just so that we could come all the way to the amazing Nevada ghost towns during quarantine because we've been planning a trip to Nevada for a really long time.
Right.
We just had to switch things up a bit.
Yes. Which I like this plan.
I like this plan too. It's just that, you know, everything looks great when you're discussing it. And then when you're actually involved in the 7 hours of driving, Wendy had 2 hours plus that. I had like a 5.5 hour flight. So, I mean, it's like,
yeah,
it's a long time to get to your location.
Kind of worth it though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to be so worth it.
This place. Worth it.
All these places.
I told you in the car, this was like one of the things I was most excited about, which seemed a little silly. I mean, like given the other stuff that we have planned, but I just wanted to get inside of this place and I am not disappointed.
It's a beautiful hotel that we're at, but I guess before I get into it, what I'm referring to with us having this great plan of ours to get together, something that we've shared before is our paranormal extravaganza, our paranormathon, however you want to look at it. We seem to always end up with each other on Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, which is quite funny. My dad's birthday is today, and my anniversary is 2 days from now.
I know.
And I am always like, I'm going to spend my anniversary with Chris.
Oh, my gosh. I'm sure your husband is thrilled, again, as always. He's like, oh, great.
I don't think he's ever shocked by it.
He knows by now.
Yeah.
You and I both have to change our anniversaries. Mine's terrible because it's right before Christmas. I need that in another month. But anyways, so yes, our paranormal extravaganza is here. It is upon us. Originally, we had planned for this to not be our extravaganza. It was supposed to be a birthday celebration of sorts, but, you know, COVID-19 hit right at that time, so we had to change plans then too.
Yeah.
So now we rearranged everything. We made it out to Tonopah for our first stop on the list.
Yeah. We wanted to cruise by some legendary locations and end up in this awesome hotel for the night. So yeah, we've been trucking it ever since I picked Chris up from the airport and just like barely stopping.
Barely stopping.
Yeah.
Except for that one time at that alien.
That was a must.
It was like a triple X kind of a situation, but
it was the coolest situation ever.
It was a brothel.
Aliens and brothels?
Yes.
What?
So we had to stop, you know, get our names on the list. So whenever they need some ladies.
There for sure. It was definitely interesting. But everywhere else, it was like, we're getting the gas. Go pee. Get in the car. We have so much to do. We have to get there.
Yeah, it was go, go, go from the moment I got into the truck this morning. And then my time is off because obviously I'm coming from New England. I'm 3 hours ahead of Wendy. So now here it is. We finally made it to the hotel. We're finally podcasting. It is 8:43 our time.
And it is
11:40 midnight basically.
Basically.
I'm glad we're only doing one podcast today.
Yeah, because we still want to investigate the hotel too. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, we do, because obviously it's a haunted hotel.
Duh, where else would we stay?
That's what I was going to say. I mean, so one of the things is obviously that we're nerds, like paranormal nerds big time. So we want to stay in these paranormal like hotspots.
Absolutely.
100%. I mean, that's the driving force of these paranormal-thons, right?
7-hour drive.
Mhm.
Who cares?
Who cares? Go to the haunted places.
Ends up at a haunted hotel is what you're telling me, right?
Yes.
I'm there.
We're there. So, yes, I guess you might be hearing a lot about haunted hotels in the next coming episodes because we are out doing our paranormal thing and we've got some places booked. So just don't get bored. I've got some extremely exciting information to tell you about these places. Oh, and of course, best of all, we're going to be there. So, I mean, it's going to be spicy no matter what. All right. Well, so for starters on the Paranormal Extravaganza, I get to tell you about the haunted hotel that has been referred to as, drumroll please, the most haunted hotel in America.
What? Really?
Yep.
I didn't even realize it was that special.
Can you believe that? You know, and I love a place that's going to, anytime you hear something that's going to be dubbed as the most haunted whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it just gets your tingles going, right? I mean, clearly it's not somewhat haunted or just a little bit haunted.
I guess it would be kind of lame if that's how they describe things. It's pretty haunted. It's a little haunted.
It's a little bit. Just
a little bit.
You know, come on up and see. Maybe.
Yeah.
But no. According to USA Today's 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards, the Mizpah Hotel in Tonopah is the nation's #1 haunted hotel.
I bet it's #1 just because it's so damn cute.
It is. It's adorable. The bar downstairs, all the antiques that they have downstairs.
Yes.
Freaking awesome. I mean, you just want to touch everything.
Yeah. I mean, just the look of the hotel, too. They kept everything so OG.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like you step back into time.
Oh, for sure.
So, I mean, like you go to, what's the one I did that's in the Omni Parker? You go to the Omni Parker in Boston. It's supposed to be so haunted, right?
Yep.
But it's also like uber fancy and business people are there. And
maybe even Stephen King.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would be cool. But I'm just saying it doesn't give you necessarily that haunting vibe.
Right. When you come to a place like this, you're literally stepping back in time.
Yeah. You're forced to like look at it the same way they did.
And you can see just why the spirits would want to hang around.
I want to hang around.
It's like home. Right, exactly. So you guys can't see it, but when the videos go out from us doing the podcast, you'll be able to take a look at this grand room that we're in. I was about to say our bedroom, but I mean, it's our hotel room. But the bed has this amazing canopy over it. It's this red, I don't know, thing.
I know it's not necessarily a canopy bed, but they went with the.
What is it then? I don't know.
Well, I mean, the bed itself doesn't have those big posts
no, it doesn't
or
have
anything
the posts.
like that.
It's got
they just hung the ring at the top.
Yeah,
and there's stuff there.
It's honestly, it's like the ring, like when you would see like people go to like jungle vacations and they have the ring so that you can have like a mosquito net around the bed.
You have to have it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it protects you from the ghosts.
Maybe it's from the ghosts. It's like a Scrooge bed, and we can just close all of the red curtains around us. The spirits are like, woo.
And then they're not really there. It's just like hiding underneath the covers.
Yeah, right. Wake up, had a bad dream. I promise I'll be good.
Well, we won't be using that.
No.
There's also a cabinet that we'd really like to climb inside of, but they obviously know people want to do that because they locked that bitch.
That's so funny because the first thing Wendy did was try that cabinet. She's like
desperate to get in there.
It's a beautiful cabinet.
They were immediately like, no, stop playing it. This is not Narnia.
That's why they got it locked.
And that's why I wanted in there too.
Okay, so the Mizpah Hotel is a historic hotel in Tonopah, Nevada. Among being most haunted, this and that, blah, 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 it's the most haunted. It's also a member of Historic Hotels of America, which is the official program of the National Trust for Historic Preservation. Just a little, we got trivia night coming up, so keep that in the back of your mind.
We need that list, though, because they're probably all haunted.
I know. I'll get it for you.
Yeah.
I'll type it up for your binder.
I am such a nerd. I do have a binder for this trip.
I know. But it's the most amazing binder you'll ever see.
It is not like fancy, like I'm uber organized and I got all the right Post-it notes or nothing. But yeah, I got my shit together and I had to give the binder a little title. So.
It has a title. Mm-hmm. Pictures will be on Instagram. So check us out. So the Mizpah Hotel was named after the Mizpah mine and was the social hub of Tonopah. I wonder if that's got to be the mine that's right behind us.
Oh, yes.
The one that does horse?
I didn't even know there was a mine behind us. What?
What are you talking about?
I did not notice that. But yeah, I did actually see, I don't know what you would call them.
Wrought iron.
The wrought iron like entrance, you know, that was simple, but it stands out. It's not shit you see all the time.
Right.
I thought it was a cemetery.
That's what I thought too.
Because it looked like some old sign that you've seen in these desert cemeteries.
Yeah.
And it said it was a mine museum. So yeah, there was that noise, but I think that maybe we have neighbors.
Yeah. Or ghosts. It's a haunted hotel.
Or
so.
ice shifting. I just thought about that.
Well, that's possible. Or ghosts, not ice.
It's the ghost trying to get some ice.
Get me in. I would like a drink too, ladies. Come on.
You notice the lights haven't dimmed, though, like they did earlier.
That is interesting. So when we first entered into the room, the lights did something weird. I noticed it. Wendy didn't see that. And then all of a sudden, it did it again.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was its way of recognizing that we were here.
Because now we've been in this room for a while, and I've not seen it do it.
Yeah, it hasn't done it again.
I don't know. Maybe we didn't have the light fully on or something. But
it's just
I don't know. Something to watch out for, guys.
Right, right. You see some dimming in the video or you see some shadows, comment, please.
It's ghosts.
Right, exactly. So the Mizpah Hotel was actually the social hub of Tonopah. The hotel was predated by the Mizpah Saloon, which opened in 1907 and was the first permanent structure in Tonopah.
I like how, when there's always that conflict or that question, I should say, which came first, the chicken or the egg? It's always the saloon came and then the hotel.
Oh, yeah. Everyone, they're like, I don't need a place to stay.
I need a place to get laid.
Oh.
And then, so the saloon's first.
Right.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Saloon doesn't necessarily mean it's a brothel. I just assume that they're one and the same.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's a place where you get drinks.
So
they're stumbling down there and they're all falling asleep on the sidewalks. They're like, let's just build a hotel.
I think their wives were eventually like, wow, you visit that town a whole lot. Is there a place I can come and visit too? And fuck. So they build the hotel
it is.
so everybody can come.
Right. Now it's a family-oriented show, just like ours. Very family-oriented. The historic Mizpah was once the most luxurious and modern hotel in all of southwestern U.S. The hotel was nicknamed the Grand Old Lady. Ugh. Who'd want to stay there?
No.
Well, hang on. It was called that for its refined elegance and upscale atmosphere. So they thought they were doing it a justice by giving it that kind of stuffy old name.
Nobody wants to be a grand old lady.
I mean, I would like to be it at some point in my life. But it seems old-fashioned, right?
Oh, they just could have come up with a better name.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been grand anything. It's like elegant lady or...
Yes. I think that would have been nicer.
I'm going to travel back into time and fix this for them.
Jesus. The reinforced concrete hotel was faced with stone on the front and brick on the sides and rear, which we saw when we got here. The neighboring 3-story Brower Govan block with rooms on the upper floors served as the original Mizpah and is still connected. Cast iron columns were used in the windows and fire escapes, which Wendy devilishly wanted to climb. She's adventurous, guys.
That was supposed to be a fire escape?
Yeah, I guess so.
I felt really silly about bringing all the luggage that we have for one night. But it's because we're going to be on the road for 5 days.
So you need that exercise.
Yeah.
And that would have done
just feel like everybody's going to be like, what do they have?
Yeah, but still, when you do drive for that long of time frame, you want to get out and stretch your legs. So that's why when we got here, we took the stairs instead of the elevator.
Which was a nice walk.
It is a nice walk. We got to see every floor.
And we were like, let's not do that again.
We're done.
I mean, later when we investigate.
Yeah, we'll have to. Slowly. We don't have to
race.
Jog that.
Yes.
So speaking of that elevator, this hotel had the first elevator in Tonopah, which is obviously still here, but it's over 100 years old.
That one that we were in. That's why it fucking stopped.
Yeah, that's why it's like,
boom. You have arrived.
Yeah. Maybe we should take the stairs more often. It's a little sketch. So the hotel was closed down in 1999, but in early 2011, the hotel was purchased by Fred and Nancy Klein of Klein Cellars, Sonoma, California, who renovated and reopened the building to the public back in August 2011. The newly renovated hotel has 47 rooms, a bar, and 2 restaurants, the Pittman Cafe and the Jack Dempsey Room. There are plans to renovate further rooms in the hotel annex and to add a small casino onto the property. Well, I mean, that was 2011. There's obviously a casino.
A casino, guys.
Yeah, it's
if
here.
You want to.
I saw a guy lose $10.
And his children were disappointed for him.
Yeah. I think they might have already been disappointed in him, so that just further
No, I think because they actually were into it. You said they said, Dad, you were so close.
They were.
They're going to be little gamblers.
They were. I think they're very supportive children.
Aww.
I can say they were like, the little girl was like rubbing her dad's back, and she's like, "You were so close."
So nice.
And the son was like, "Yeah, Dad, it was." So I don't. He must have been having a rough streak, and maybe they were just good children.
Mine would have probably been like, I could have spent that $10.
I know. Why did you just waste it?
I would have spent it on garbage too, but whatever.
So some legends really help to make this place a hot spot for tourism, even though these legends aren't even true. Weird, right? They're like, oh, well, let's just roll with it. It's already word of mouth, so it is what it is. So according to these legends, Wyatt Earp kept the saloon, Jack Dempsey was a bouncer, and Howard Hughes married Jean Peters, all at the Mizpah, which that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, exactly. But Wyatt Earp actually left Tonopah before the Mizpah was ever built. Hughes was married in Tonopah, but not at the Mizpah, and Dempsey insisted that he was never a bouncer. But don't worry, the hotel features a cozy little Jack Dempsey room and beautiful Wyatt Earp bar. The bar is really nice. You have to see it.
The bar is nice, yeah.
It's weird that I'm like, you got to check this bar out, Wendy. Like I've been down there all day drinking while Wendy's climbing up the stairs, bringing all her luggage
there's
up.
just a bar right there on the other side of like those tall chairs and stuff, right?
That's the bar.
Because I think that there was a bar I don't know if that was just a counter or a bar in that cafe area. So that's not where you went to get ice.
No,
okay,
just straight downstairs. So the Mizpah has long been rumored to be ghost infested, in case I have already not said that to you.
Most haunted.
Most
Got
haunted.
it. Infested.
So one of the macabre stories claims that the U.S. Senator Key Pittman died here in 1940 and was kept on ice in one of the hotel's bathtubs.
Wait, why?
I don't know, but we got to go around and read apparently all of those signs to figure this out because they got signs on all of these rooms around here.
I'm going to admit to you, sometimes I am the worst. We went through Jerome and there's other historical like towns that we've been to that they've always got these historical markers and signs, and I just walk up and take a picture.
Yeah, I know.
I'll read that later.
It's a lot of words.
I don't feel like it right now.
Yeah.
When I'm in like the car and somebody else is driving, I'll think about it.
I really think that those signs, they should start putting hashtags so I can just be like, okay, is this anything that I'm interested in? Nope, gotta go. It's the way that I can short read this, and
I need something to grab my attention.
Yeah. Paranormal. Oh shit, I need to pay more attention.
Well, there's a fancy, I just assume fancy because I don't know, it had 2 numbers on it or something. So I think it's a big old double suite or something. It had 2 signs next to it.
Oh,
and I was like, I was like, oh, well, maybe this is the most haunted room.
Yeah.
And it said something like, it's the governor's room. I was like, no, we got the lady in red's room.
Yes, we have the lady in red's room. So her story says that the lady in red is the ghost of a murdered sex worker.
Of course.
Of course it is. Aren't we just talking about that? Getting laid and then
well, no, they're just always sex workers so that they don't have to know their names or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, they worked under assumed names, or just people didn't really keep track because they didn't care.
Yeah.
And it's like somebody cared about this person.
Yeah.
And, they just use that excuse so that they can make up these legends or whatever.
Well, yeah.
And I'm sure it does happen too.
It did. It is a thing that happened.
Yeah, like we talk about the lady in the dunes. She was totally a real person.
Oh my
we
God.
all know that someone actually died, a body was found, and nobody knew her name. Not to say that she's a sex worker. I'm just saying that, people can not have other people out there necessarily looking out for them and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get it, but just to label her
as just a sex worker.
They just use that term so that they can be like, and we don't have to give you any more details.
Well, and that's why we're here, so that we can investigate some of that.
Yeah, and get like names and stuff like that.
It's owed to her. If this lady was here and she was murdered, her name should be, represented. I'm sure
she shouldn't just be random sex worker that liked the color red, you know? It should be Tabitha.
Yeah. Oh, that actually sounds like a lady that would like red. I don't know why. I associate that. So let's call her Tabitha.
Doesn't sound like an old name though, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because this is a really long time ago, like early 1900s, right?
Yeah, but she was unique. So
okay.
Maybe her name is Tabitha.
Tabatila. I don't know.
I like that.
Tabatila? There we go. That's what she's called now. Sorry. If you're hearing, she's going to be smacking me in the back of my head. It's Elizabeth. So another widely accepted description of the events is that the lady in red was caught cheating by her husband at the hotel after he missed a train, who then killed her in a jealous rage. The lady in red haunting of the Mizpah was featured in season 5, episode 2 of Ghost Adventures on the Travel Channel.
Wait, they reopened it to look like this fancy hotel that it is in 2011. And then that's the same time that they brought Ghost Adventures in.
It is weird.
Or is it a fantastic marketing scheme?
It could be. Could be both of those things. I mean, I already have the fantastic marketing scheme right at the beginning because you've got people that are going bananas saying most haunted. Most with the ghost. You got to come and check this out. So, I mean,
I guess the place in Louisiana, they consider themselves the most haunted B&B, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, the Myrtles. I freaking loved it.
What are they? They the Myrtles Bed and Breakfast?
The most
or
haunted.
The Myrtles
Plantation.
Plantation. God, I fucking love those grits.
I have told people how much you loved.
I really love grits. Something wrong with me.
If you need a good grit, then go to the Myrtles. We're not getting paid from them. However, they want to sponsor us.
Yeah, well, or if you have a good grit recipe, I love shrimp and grits.
Yeah, she does some grits.
I would like a recipe. Nobody will eat it at my house but me.
But Wendy.
But I would still like the recipe.
You know.
So email us at creaturesofthenightparanormal@gmail.com.
There you go. I just saw, this was super cute, and I just loved that they did this, but the Myrtles put out a appreciation gift to their 1,000th like or something on Instagram. They got a free night.
I wonder in what room.
I know. I was just like...
The massive room that we
probably
should have
the one
got.
that we couldn't get, and the people that did get it, I just hated.
Well, the unfortunate thing is you don't understand your full access to the place until you've actually experienced it. So we didn't realize we would not have access to that hallway.
Yeah,
that they ended up having.
They locked it down. You actually had to rent out that whole side.
You had to rent out the most expensive room to get the haunted hallway with the haunted mirror type thing.
Yeah.
You know, the haunted stairs. But for next time.
Yeah,
when we
go back.
Guys, support us. Visit the Spirit Emporium. We need some of that, walking around money.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. We need to be able to bring you more quality entertainment.
But, that's not to say necessarily that they were using Ghost Adventures to drum up business with the haunting, because we all know, or we've all heard, that when something is being renovated or there's construction, that you get a lot of activity.
Yeah, it kicks it up.
Yeah, so it might have been during that time, right after they did the reno, they brought in these antiques, that they started having more activity, and that's when they caught them.
So along the lines of renovating and bringing spirits out, there are other places nearby that are already said to be very haunted. And I would just wonder what would happen if they did actually renovate that place.
Well, I think that what was that?
Did you hear that?
Yes.
It seemed like there was something here sighing or something. Like I heard a...
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. You don't like the renovation discussion? Have a seat and tell me all about it. Let's hear your side of the story. Go.
It was like something popped or whatever.
Well, that's why I'm putting all of this over here.
Why? They want your electricity. Give it back to them.
No, my battery will die.
No, but you know what? I think they say that the... Did you say what hotel we're talking about?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so the Goldfield is what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
about. Which I thought was the most haunted hotel, blah, blah, blah.
I would agree,
Yeah, but maybe because it's not open.
Right.
It doesn't classify.
I certainly think that it would classify, but you're right. It is closed. You go around.
Can't actually
they're
stay
like,
there.
Fuck off. No trespassing.
Oh, well,
Get out of here.
We saw that today.
Yeah.
We think at least.
Yeah.
There's just a really weird person parking directly in front of the front steps.
Super creepy.
Yeah, but they claim that they try to renovate and the ghosts are just making it really difficult for them.
I bet.
They also say they have people trying to break into the buildings, which is why they're so picky about the security and stuff like that. When somebody's peeking in the windows, it may look like we're trying to find a way in.
Well,
and that's what happened, guys. We drove by the Goldfield and we stopped to take pictures, and we're, putting our cameras right up to the windows to try to see in.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we walk around the corner, we come back to where my car is, and there's a car there, and it just looked like a regular car.
Just,
But it was directly in front of the building. And I thought, wow, that's pretty bold.
Yeah,
that they're just parked right in front of the steps.
Yeah.
But they didn't get out.
Yeah, they let that car run
there.
in. Yeah.
So we took it as hey man, we don't really want you here.
Yeah, that's how we took it. It was kind of weird too, because it's not like either one of us even attempted a door. We didn't
No, but you couldn't really tell. We did go up on the porch and we were looking in the windows. And so I guess that is considered trespassing once you're up on their porch.
Because we were on the property.
Yeah, we were on their steps. If somebody was standing on your front porch just hanging out, would you like be like, hey, fucker?
Oh, I'd
what-
be an ass. Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody was just in front of my front door,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm sorry, you can't
Yeah.
be here.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So I get if that's really what was going down, I get why they showed up. And obviously we didn't walk back on the steps and we won't do it again
No.
it's being watched. I saw the security cameras. The last time I drove by, I did the same thing. Nobody cared.
Yeah, well, they even had a sign up, and it was obviously from 2019 about some tours, but there's a van parked right outside too. So even if the guy was like, get out of here, it's trespassing. Well, I mean, sorry, we were looking for information on the tours that the bus is advertising.
Yeah. It looks like this place could have something going on
Yeah.
or whatever.
The bus didn't look as broke down as the hotel did.
Oh, no. They had to have used that recently, probably for that 2019.
You think
It's
so?
just been sitting there the whole time. But yeah, going back to the renovation thing, they've said that they've tried to renovate and they've had some issues. And I think if they were to ever finish that place, you're going to see some ghosts being, I don't know if they'll be grateful
Yeah.
or if, like,
There's
finally.
people here. I mean, that's how I felt when I was in the airport today. I was like, wow, they do still exist.
Yeah, you've been like stuck at home.
So back to the renovation. After $2 million in renovation,
Shit.
this place must have been like Goldfield.
It's smaller though.
It is,
But they put, it's fully furnished and all of that
Yeah.
and stuff too. So
Yeah.
I guess in total, I don't know how much slot machines cost. You saw that big old antique
yeah, they had some antique.
casino wheel
I know.
downstairs or whatever he was talking about.
That was the $2 million right there. The rest
Right.
of it, they're just like, yeah, new coats of paint.
You know why people try to spin it? Because it looks like the Bob Barker, like,
It does.
Yeah.
Price is right.
Price is Right.
That's what I said. It's exactly what I feel like because I saw it. I'm
Somebody
just like,
drunk is like,
oh, I want to go and spin it. So the problem is, they have this really cool wheel downstairs, and I know I took a picture of it, but they have signs that say, no, don't, no touchy, get away. They even have a rope like in front of it, go
Yeah.
away. But the signs are on the bottom. All right. You need something hanging at eye level, especially because it's in a bar. I mean,
before
people
I
are
reach
drinking.
out, yeah.
Yeah, there's a casino right there. You know, you're hitting the wheel, you're doing the slots, and then you're like, wow, what is this?
This one's free. There's not even anywhere to put my tokens or whatever.
They're not going to see that. So just a word to
You
the,
obviously can tell I don't gamble because I don't think you use tokens.
Chuck E. Cheese.
That's like, we used to, when the kids were little and we always had to go there and it's torture and stuff. We were,
yeah.
you know, this is basically like children's casinos.
It
is
is
how we looked at
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Because my kid, all he cared about was how many tickets he could get so he can get a free prize in the end.
I bet you $1 million Chuck E. Cheese, if you look into it, they're owned by like Bally's Entertainment or Caesars or Palace.
Wow,
and
you
stuff.
think so?
Oh, I'm going to look into that now. I'm very curious. The mob owns Chuck E. Cheese.
Let's pause the
Yeah.
podcast. We need to look into
When the
this.
FBI kicked the mob out of the
Oh.
casinos, they just made Chuck E.
Chuck E.
Cheese
Cheese?
instead.
Well, it was Showbiz Pizza at first. And then the mob probably came in. They're like, you know what? We got to own this. So they had Chuck E. Cheese.
But there's Chuck E. Cheeses everywhere, and there wasn't always Showbiz everywhere, was it?
No. I think you're right. I think they bought them.
So I'm not sure everybody knows what a Showbiz is.
Oh,
Is all I'm saying.
interesting. You're probably right. Well, we had one in Memphis before it got bought by Chuck E. Cheese.
Right, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's the best. I wish my parents would dig up some old pictures from the animatronics that they
Yeah.
have there.
They're on YouTube. You have got to see
You've
them.
got to see them. If they're on YouTube, it can't only be in
No.
Memphis.
They're on YouTube because people have gone and bought those animatronics, and now they have them like singing to like P. Diddy and Nine Inch Nails. Like they have them doing like other things.
Oh
Like
my God.
it's the best. Something fire. Oh man, my husband's gonna kill me.
You'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
And we'll
I'll link
put
some
it
of
out
the
there on
videos.
social media.
They're
guys.
amazing.
Yeah.
I am so glad that I get to post this stuff on Twitter
I'm
now.
so glad we talked about this.
Yes, it's something
We're
fire.
supposed to be talking about haunting stuff, and we're like, you've got to see these animatronics. They're
Yes.
pretty haunting, though.
They are really super creepy.
Yeah.
It's like something fire explosion. I'll look it up and we'll post it. It's really good stuff. I just remember, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, when they changed over from Showbiz to Chuck E., they used to have this balloon making machine in the front with Showbiz Pizza. You could go and pick the balloon that you wanted. It had your Showbiz character on it.
Yes.
You go and get your balloon. When it was Chuck E. Cheese's, I don't remember that balloon machine being there anymore.
And you were incredibly disappointed.
That was the one thing I was there for.
It's just like when
machine.
the zoo took away where it would make you a mold
The
of
plastic
an
molds.
animal,
Yeah,
but
that
it
would burn
burned
you.
some kids. Yes, they were like, but they were way better than pressing a coin.
The coins. Oh, yeah. They're terrible.
You smell that fucking plastic melting.
I know.
Yeah,
I had a penguin
it's like
and an elephant.
sniffing gasoline.
You know what we're talking
Memories.
about. Oh, memories. The Memphis Zoo, y'all. You have to see it if you have not. So when the Mizpah Hotel reopened after 12 years of being closed, the staff quickly noticed that some of the old guests never officially got checked out. And you can hear some of the incredible stories about the things that have happened here in the past and the things that still go on here over dinner by the hotel's general manager, who loves to share those stories.
I wonder if that's the chick that they were interviewing.
I know. So when we didn't mention this, but when we got here to our 5th floor, it was the second time, right? We were actually bringing up all of our luggage this time, right?
When we took the stairs up,
Yeah.
I saw them come out.
Oh, you
and
did?
They had equipment in their hand and stuff. And, you could spot a ghost hunter
Yeah,
when you're
a
a
mile
ghost
away.
hunter. It's like you have
You
3
sniffed 'em out.
cameras in your hand. That's not necessary.
We're not at the zoo.
And I was like, what's up?
Uh-huh.
You're my people.
Yeah,
you
right,
know?
right.
And then so we're still bringing our shit up. And then we come up to our room and they're up here, like right in front of our room.
Yeah, right outside the door.
But they're interviewing somebody.
Yeah. So
And then another time when we had a lot of shit to bring up. I told you guys. So another trip to the car, we realized there's a car parked right by the fucking door.
Right.
So they must be VIP elite.
they are.
So they don't have the red room. So
Yeah, no.
But they have a sticker on the back that says
VIP elite.
no. I don't even remember. There's something paranormal. We took a picture of it.
Yeah.
Again, we'll put it in social media.
So yeah, so they could have been interviewing her because apparently she's all about it. She digs it and she does like to share stories. I didn't ask because I felt so bad because I saw that they were trying to do their thing. And I'm like, oh, now I'm going to be the asshole who's like, hold on, flip, flop, clank, clank. Because I make so much noise no matter where I go. I have bells hanging off of me. Everything rattles.
Like all your
Oh my
keychains.
shit. So I'm like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, no. They're like mouthing the words, it's okay. So they don't want.
Yeah, no, and if we run into them later, I don't know what room they're staying in. If it's haunted,
Yeah, right.
we'll allow them to take pictures of our room. If
Oh, yeah.
it's like, show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Yeah,
that type
like
thing.
when we were at the Myrtles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. So hopefully that'll happen again.
Be generous when you're a paranormal investigator. Don't be snotty when you run into other paranormal investigators.
Right. It's always helpful to make
Sharing
friends.
is caring.
Right, exactly.
Always.
Sharing is caring, like Care Bears. So some of the stories that the general manager has shared are of one of them is the ghost of the children that are on the 4th floor.
Huh.
Uh-huh. And that's where the other paranormal group that
I
we
think it is, yeah.
might be staying. The guests have reported sightings of children, one girl and one boy, who run through the halls laughing on the 4th floor. That's what kids do, right?
Yes.
Make a lot of noise.
They love to run, just giggle.
A clairvoyant who visited the hotel in 2011 told the hotel's manager that the children didn't know each other and they did not perish at the hotel.
Weird.
It's this fucking antique furniture. I bet you they probably were attached to something.
They were attached to something and then they met and they're like, you're little and I'm little and I love running down the hall and giggling and I love running. Yeah.
They made ghost friends.
Oh,
in the
that's
afterlife.
like at the SK Pierce.
So according to the hotel staff, the 2 tots who were previous guests of the hotel enjoyed their time there so much that they decided to make it their permanent home. Well, that's just hearsay. That's just the hotel's staff that are just kind of making up rumors, just like they are so prone to do here at the Mizpah Hotel.
Well, like even if you got EVPs, do you think this toddler's going to explain to you how he got here?
No,
Or
yeah.
she got here? I don't even think they would quite understand it.
Yeah.
You know?
If they're even intelligent, it could just be residual.
I mean, people are still going to make up their own story as if they spent more time here than they really did. And they could just be connected to an item. We don't know that. We're just making stories up too.
That's what we do. Well, one more thing that the kids like to do is apparently they have been known to play tricks on the guests. I don't have that detail right now, so I don't know if they like to scratch at your legs.
Ooh,
Or I know.
that's not a trick.
Well, you're like, what's that? Okay. You type on your shoulder and you look that way.
You know how little kids do think they're tickling you, but they're really just scratching the
Jesus,
fuck out of you
yes.
half the time.
Ha ha, that tickles. No, really, that's blood.
Stop. They're just like digging into your arm.
Jesus. Who taught you that? Get out of here. She also likes to talk about the infamous Lady in Red.
Yeah, which she was probably doing right in front of our room.
She must have been.
And we had these mics and everything, and we were like, we don't need your stories. We're such assholes.
Hold on, let me just terribly stomp through whatever you're recording.
No, we were hungry.
I know, so hungry after the long drive.
Yeah. We'll bother the staff later.
That'll be fun. So the lady in red, who's famous enough to have her own wine.
Yes, I saw that.
You did. The lady in red is the most cited ghost haunting this hotel.
Well, then she's got to love this room.
I would assume. Yeah.
We should definitely see her tonight.
Yeah. Done. We will see her tonight. There you go. It said that wait, what room are we in? I have the wrong room number. 504, right?
Yeah, we are. What is
It
it?
says 512.
Motherfuckers.
According to these notes that I wrote down here, it says that the lady in red was murdered in room 512, where ghost enthusiasts most often stay.
Oh, I bet you $1,000,000 512 is a small room.
Yeah.
And so they didn't make that the lady in red's room.
Yeah.
Because they were like, no, we're going to be charging like out the ass for that.
They're
We've
not
got to
gonna-
give them a bigger room with its own bathroom and stuff.
Yeah. 512 is probably like a closet.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, if they claim that she was a sex worker or whatever, I mean, it might have just been a mediocre room. And they're like, I don't think we can charge like $300 a night for this room. I have actually no idea how much we paid for this room.
Oh, man.
We should harass the general manager or the bartender or somebody downstairs and ask them you got some explaining to do.
Yeah, some explaining
We
to
thought
do.
we were in her room.
Yeah, we were in her room, but according to these notes.
Some cheapo is in 512 and we need access.
Yeah, right? So who is it? Who around here's got 512?
They did
Show
say
yourself.
that you see her in this room,
Yeah.
though. So maybe she likes it just because she's drawn to it because it's a nice room.
I do like this room. It's got a nice view. And who knows if you said if 512 could be like a closet. I mean,
Right.
who the fuck would want to stay in that one for eternity?
Right?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if that's the room you got murdered in. I wouldn't want to hang out there.
That is true, too.
Kind of bad.
Why would you want to do that?
She is also reported to ride the elevator.
Well, we've done that a lot. We're bound to run into her.
But she tends to favor men who are alone in the elevator.
I'm pretty manly.
I mean, I can be manly too. That's my demon voice that just escaped right there. Some guests have also reported hearing her whisper softly in their ear saying, "Hey, you."
I better take my sinus medication because my ears are kind of clogged up.
I'm going to put a hat on. I'll pull it all up underneath there.
Oh, yeah.
I have a flannel shirt.
We've got this worked out.
We are going to do this. So we might not even need 512 because another one of the legends about the lady in red is that she actually haunts the entire 5th floor. One of the, I guess, more popular legends of her demise was that she was murdered in the hallway instead of being in 512. Maybe that's just more convenient for ghost hunters.
Yeah.
Well,
you just have to go like stomp around on the 5th floor.
we do. I mean, if there's a 512, we'll go knock on the door and we'll see if there's anybody in there. But we didn't even check it out. We don't know if there's even a room 512. Maybe I just didn't have the right number.
No, I'm pretty certain there is.
There is?
At the other end of the hall. But like I said,
It's even got a shitty view if it's in the back.
they said she's in this one.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote that on the description and I gave them my money and
There
their
you
plan
go.
worked.
So she glides around the 5th floor and into and out of the elevator, that old rickety one. And apparently, if she's fond of you, she'll leave some pearls on their bed. Isn't that weird?
Where does she get them from?
I just want the ghost pearls. I'm no questions asked. I don't care where they're coming from. Do you think she's stealing them from another guest? That's for the kids. That's them kids. That ain't her.
Yes, I think people are confusing stories.
That's
but
really
I mean,
weird.
like, how do they just
Make
get
something
pearls?
appear- yeah.
Yeah. In the other realm, there's like a whole rack of pearls that they stole and brought over.
Maybe that's why that door's locked. Maybe that's where they
That's
keep
a
the
pearl
pearls.
closet. That's a ghost pearl closet.
It is really
Or
weird.
they had to have stole it from somebody.
I have another story that I'll be telling on our Paranormal-thon that has something similar. And it doesn't make sense how they can make things appear or disappear. Like, what is this shade of paranormal goodness where things can just disappear to or pop out of?
Yeah. So
How they manifest a thing.
I get if they're strong enough to move objects and they're strong enough to like pick up that glass and take it into another room and hide it from me and then maybe bring it back after a while.
Yeah.
So, but I'm saying those have to be real physical objects. They had to have stole it from somebody.
Yeah. Exactly. So
They can't have just come from the other side. So like if we wake up and we find pearls on the bed and we take them, then we're an accomplice. Is all I'm saying.
strike that. I told you I'm keeping those.
I mean, if it'd be rude to refuse a gift, but
so. Yes.
still, they are stolen, just so you know.
But okay. So it is 2020. Not many people are walking around wearing pearls these days, right?
I don't know. This is the elegant grand lady.
Old lady.
Old lady. I forgot the name already.
Oh, we saw some elegant ladies downstairs tonight who were with their family. They're all drinking. They're having a good time. But I still didn't see any
Pearls on there. Yeah.
So if they're coming off of somebody and they're going to be laying out somewhere in
They
here.
stole them a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hid them away.
Yes.
Like a dog buries a bone. And they do so they'll be dirty pearls. I don't know. But I'm just saying.
I'm taking them. Ghost
Ghosts are
pearls.
thieves.
They are. There's also the ghosts of the miners that are reportedly seen in the basement.
Oh, I was about to say, well, they should like us.
Yeah, I would think so. So we have to be manly going down. We get downstairs, then we have to be super feminine.
I don't know if we have access to the basement, though.
We'll just roam around until they're like, no,
Well,
wait, you can't go down there.
It's a button on the elevator, so
That's right.
Yeah.
B for basement.
see if it works out.
So 2 miners are reported to haunt the basement, which was unfortunately off limits during whoever wrote this, during their visit.
Right? I bet
So-
you need a key to get down there.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see if ours is the skeleton key since we've got like the hotel room.
Is that a B? I thought it said L, like for lobby. you
Lobby.
know?
Oh, shoot. Did it say L instead of B?
No, it did say B.
Say B,
I'm
okay.
saying
Oh,
that's how I'm going to.
gotcha.
Yeah,
See,
wink,
you fooled
wink.
me.
God,
You're so good at this.
I'm so good at this.
So, well, at least all of the spirits at the Mizpah are generally benevolent. We don't have to worry about, anything coming after us.
Right. They're not hurting anybody. They're just taking your shit every now and then.
Right. The most malevolent experience that guests have complained of is trouble sleeping because they felt as if something or someone was standing next to the bed watching them all night.
Oh,
Why do they want
listen.
to do that? Don't watch me while I'm sleeping. That's creepy.
That is creepy. And I was telling you, we have a place later
Yeah.
in this week that's my hugest fear. I didn't know I had to worry about that here is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
I
right.
was terrified of this other location we have to look at. That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's coming up.
Well, I guess.
Well,
this
get
will
over
be
your fear
practice.
tonight.
Yeah. Great.
But I just don't understand that. I understand having the feeling of eyes watching you. As I just told you a story about it, and it turned out to be just a pair of husky eyeballs staring at me. But when you feel it, it's a weird, like, what the hell is going on? And, oh, okay, fine. A dog looking at me. Cool. But you wake up and it's not a husky.
No, it's exactly what you feared it to be, I
Bleh.
guess. Well, I say fear, and people in my household go, "What are you talking
Right.
about? This is everything you want." And I'm like, "Not when I'm sleeping."
Well, we'll have to shake that fear.
Maybe I'll put the protective ghost canopy on my side.
Right. So I don't feel anything. Oh, I do feel
So
it, but
they'll
it's on
stare at
Chris's
you
side.
from the other side. What if
That's
they're
fine.
like on the other side of the canopy?
I
I'm
know.
like, I can still see you.
I can see you just like one eye open.
Oh,
And then you just shimmy over like, nope. That's not happening. So here's a great story that I found. It's called An Evening with the Lady in Red by Sydney Martinez. This story is exactly what you asked for, Wendy, when we stayed the night at the Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast. When we stayed there in the middle of the night, someone showed up and booked a haunted room just to sleep in. You remember that?
Yeah.
We were completely baffled. Like, this level of thought doesn't even enter into our brains as a possibility. We're just like, book a haunted hotel so that we can,
Just go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. Who does that? Right.
Yeah. Not try to explore it or anything.
Right.
So, our bananas brain, we were like, it's somebody famous.
Oh, it is.
And they don't want to associate with us.
It was Nick Groff.
Dude,
It's in
not.
Massachusetts. What was he doing back then?
He would have been out shaking everybody's head.
I know he would have.
Well, I don't know if he was still on Ghost Adventures at that time or
I think
not.
he was.
Yeah. I think he was too.
So check this story out. This is by Sydney Martinez.
Right. Yes.
Okay. So after hiking the nearby colossal Mount Jefferson, we did that today too.
We're so
Squeeze that
physically fit.
Nothing sounds better than staying in this immaculately decorated era-specific jewel. I mean, it wasn't originally dubbed the finest hotel in the desert for nothing. And though I originally wanted to be pampered in one of the finer suites, I learned that they had already been booked. Forgetting all about those traumatizing ghost hunting shows I had binge watched in college, an unforeseen burst of fearlessness came over me as I requested to stay in the notorious Lady in Red room on the 5th floor.
Wait, he just said all the nice suites were taken, and then he's like, but he got our room. I was
Well,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
wait, I
Like,
thought this was nice.
it is. I don't know what he was looking for, honestly, because this is a very nice suite, I think.
Okay.
So, but hey, I had my newfound sense of spunk and was ready to take on the sassy ghost lady. So let's step back here for a sec. Like most authentic Wild West abodes, there was one employee present at all hours of the day. divvying up an integral service of the era, which involved the death of a sex worker. She allegedly resided on the 5th floor of the Mizpah and met an untimely and brutal demise outside her suite. Again, outside. When she was strangled and stabbed by a jealous ex-lover. During this time, prior to the incredible restoration that took place in 2011, her suite was comprised of the entire upper street-facing corner of the 5th floor.
That would be our room.
While today it has been split into 3 rooms, 504, 503, 502. The lady in red-themed room is 504, is exquisite beyond doubt, but the allegedly haunted room is just down the hall in room 502.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Like, hang on a second. What?
I don't know what he's smoking.
Yeah.
On the website.
It said, this is the one. I think because she roams, people have seen her in
multiple
rooms.
places.
Yeah.
Yes, I would think so, yes.
And it makes more sense when they came in and they redid it that they split it into multiple rooms, that she would roam between those rooms. It's one big room to her.
Yes, and also I think it probably has a lot to do with who is in those rooms, you know?
Yeah.
So a spirit could be drawn to 502 because there's people with a lot of electronics or they're very interesting.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. It's a fucking ghost in a giant hotel. They can go wherever they want.
I know. They're so lucky. So banking on the fact that I would be totally drained after my trek, there would be no time to overanalyze any metaphysical incidents, right? It had all gone according to plan until I checked in. When the front desk attendant blurted out, "I don't even like to go in that room or even on that floor." My audacity dwindled almost instantaneously. This sobering dose of reality was upon me now. Sayonara, vote of confidence. I was fine with a good-looking, nice lady slinking around the corner, living up to her reputation of leaving pearls. All is good as long as she doesn't go Bloody Mary on me in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that too. Are you about to tell me that's what she's like?
No. The owners have dexterously mastered the renovations, but tons of authentic factors still remain, including the old as shit hotel elevator. Upon its original installation, it was the first elevator west of the Mississippi. Miss Red has been rumored to target individual male passengers inside said elevator, whispering, "Hey, you," into the ear of the passengers. So men take note. Oddly enough, the 5th floor button had already been pressed before I could even select it by myself. That shit happened to us today.
But it wasn't necessarily. It was just, it's lit up.
It's lit up.
Yeah, so that's weird to me.
And there was nobody. When we got to the 5th floor, it wasn't like someone had called it. There was no one there.
No, but the 1 or 2 times that we've gotten in the elevator, the 5th floor is already like lit up.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if, I guess that's just the way it is. I don't know.
Well, he thought it was interesting and he noted it too on his blog or story.
It was odd, but you do have to push the button to actually make the elevator go.
Yeah, right. It's just like ding, ding, ding. You might want to go check this one out.
What happens if you hit a different floor though? Does it still take you to the 5th floor?
First, yeah, right.
Maybe that's what we should test out later.
All right, we'll give it a shot. So desperately leaning on my stance as a non-believer, the doors opened and I was in the thick of the haunted corridor. And of course, while the entire hallway was magnificently illuminated, guess whose room had no light outside of it? And his key also didn't work on the first, second, or third attempt.
That's just annoying.
Yeah. So he frantically scouted a light switch as the door swung open into the eerie quarters. Bottom line, the Mizpah isn't on the historic Hotels of America list for no reason. The place is ridiculously comfy and truly fit for a king. That being said, the room had an undeniably ominous feeling that was hard to put your finger on.
Interesting.
It didn't help that the thermostat was set to a lower temperature than the surrounding hallways. Oh, he was like, it was also really cold when I got in there.
I hate this fucking place.
Right? Despite my original plans, I was going to use my handy-dandy electromagnetic field detector app. Nope. Was I going to set my camera on a time-lapse mode throughout the night? Hard no. So not messing with things that should not be meddled with, and in the midst of a full moon to boot, I promptly flipped the full-length mirror over to face the wall. That mirror that's over there that you covered.
I covered it because there was a glare for the camera, though.
Okay.
It wasn't me being scared, but I don't mind it being covered either.
Yeah, he was just like, nope. And slid into bed, hoping for the best. The lights were on, and they stayed on. Surprised to have made it through the night without any spine-chilling confrontations, I felt amazing. The only freakish thing about my stay there was the crazy good night's sleep I got. I mean, dang. Now I just had to get my ghost hunt on. So he's like, I'm going for it now that the sun is up.
That's like us in Iowa.
Yes.
No, okay, guys, we did investigate for a while.
Oh, yeah, pretty
quite
well.
a while. It's just at some point we were like,
Nope.
I think we need a little nappy.
Yep. Outside-y.
I'll wake up at 5. I promise.
Again, I tend to base my opinions on facts and was not too sure about the validity of such devices. Knowing that there's an obvious spike in activity near the electrical hotspots, I loaded up with equipment in search of the lady in red and a few kids known to haunt the 3rd floor. I thought it was the 4th floor.
I think he's got all his information wrong.
I think it was the 4th floor, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's like that telephone game, though. It's really easy to start getting like things mixed up. It's fine. We're going to go through the whole hotel. So.
Oh, yeah.
I should have brought Boo Bear in. I might have to go get him.
Oh, is he down?
Mr. McFeely? Yeah. I left him in the car. Which Carl thought was terribly rude that I put him in a bag. He wanted me to buckle him in the seat. But there was no room.
I appreciate that Carl is looking out for Mr. McFeely.
Yeah.
So I knew I might be in for it when the housekeeping attendant outside my room was straight up afraid to clean it. But hey, let's rip this Band-Aid off. Watch out, Ghost Adventures. There's a new sheriff in town. The spot where the murder apparently went down in the hallway had some odd activity, along with the lady in red suite and, of course, my allegedly haunted room. But the thing went a different level of berserk on the 3rd floor. So, again, he's thinking that the 3rd floor is haunted by children.
Which, I mean, who's to say they would just stay on the 4th floor?
Yeah, no. And if they're not residual, if they are intelligent, maybe they're running up and down all the hallways.
Wait, they're 100% intelligent if people think they didn't know each other beforehand.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They have some kind of a clue as to how it started. So maybe someone got some answers. They just don't have any names.
Yeah, because those kids don't want to talk to them.
I know. You're a stranger.
Yeah,
you gotta
you're
get some
weird.
candy. Don't you know how this thing works? Apparently, the detector almost redlined in one spot. Convinced there was an electrical panel on the wall, I dismissed it, but came back to it a few minutes later at the exact same spot, and it flatlined at 0.0. While some unexplained things went down, the creepiest, most noticeable instance happened while editing this short clip. I don't have that short clip. I couldn't even find it. So I don't know if it got ripped off the internet after he was all about it, but it seemed like it was going to be a good one. Guys, I'm sorry. I don't have that for you.
He wrote about it.
There was no link on his blog and I searched for it. So I'll continue to look for it so that by the time this podcast rolls out, maybe I can find it. Like maybe I'm just not using the keywords or something.
Maybe he just didn't, when you like are supposed to be sending an attachment in an email.
Oh yeah, maybe he thought he was like pulling
please
it over.
see attachment. You go to try to send it and like Gmail will tell you like you said something about an attachment. Where is it?
Right.
Oh, I forgot to send fuck. Thanks.
Yeah.
Good looking out, Gmail.
That's possible.
Whatever he's using for his website, it's not going to catch that.
I'm going to do what I can to find it.
Or you know how ruthless other paranormal investigators can be.
Yeah.
Maybe he got a lot of shit for it and he just took it down.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, we've had some evidence, I think, in the past. People have harassed us about, so we've just taken it down.
To look, we saw what we saw. We got evidence. We were just trying to put it out there to say this is interesting.
I'm thinking more, I can't really necessarily think of evidence that has been a problem for us, but we went to a location and we got some shit for it.
That was a huge
thing.
Issue. So the reason why I really do want to find this, if this is an amateur ghost hunter, it seems like he just downloaded a couple of apps. He took some video with his phone maybe, and he got some interesting stuff. So the short clip that I was referring to, he says that he found dual shadows.
Ooh.
Which would be like the kids probably if he was on that floor. So I would really like to find it. He couldn't explain it. Dude, if you're listening to this podcast, just send us a link. I would love to see it. I'm not going to give you shit for it. We like to look at that sort of thing.
We lie to people all the time if their evidence looks great to their face. We're just nice people. And then we talk shit about them.
On the podcast. No.
No.
The ghost hunting was positively amusing during daylight, but not something I'd regularly dabble in. That's for certain.
Obviously.
Yeah.
He slept with the lights on.
Yeah, right. I know. As goofy as it sounds, these hauntings have all been pretty tame. I was about to say lame. Have all been pretty... tame reports, which was its saving grace. Even with my surge in confidence, I wouldn't have touched it with a 10-foot pole if I knew I was going to confront a psycho axe-wielding minor ghost. Certainly not the case. While some genuinely indescribable and somewhat mysterious things occurred during my stay, I never felt in danger, more so intrigued, like it was a game. Bottom line, ghost aficionado or not, You need to have this Wild West historical Nevada staple under your belt. That is us, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing it. You are guaranteed to leave with some fun stories in tow, lady in red appearance or not. So look, this is the exact kind of review I ever want to read on TripAdvisor. But it wasn't on TripAdvisor. I'm just dropping this as a hint. TripAdvisor, come on.
Put your paranormal stories at the top.
Please. I think that y'all need a section devoted to just haunted places.
Yes, that would be so nice.
Wouldn't that be, that'd be great. It'd be like, search for Nevada, bargains.
Haunted.
Haunted, right. I was going to, amenities and haunted. Yes, check all of these things and then let's go. And since I'm on the subject, if you do go to TripAdvisor, there is a Q&A for the Mizpah Hotel. And here you'll find that someone simply posted, what's the most haunted room there?
Yeah. Can we get it straight? Which one is it?
So that spun a very lengthy response of incredible personal encounter stories. Boom. Just 1, 2, 3. They were just there over and over and over again. So over a year ago, the user Tone72014, I don't know if that's Tonopah. I don't know if that's,
like he lives local.
Yeah. Posted that they took pictures and found a streamline apparition with a side profile of a face from the wagon where the wagon bedroom.
Oh, I think there is some wagon room.
Yeah. So they found like a side profile face within that room. Of course, it's TripAdvisor and it's Q&A, so there's no pictures posted.
You can post pictures on TripAdvisory though, so get it together, guys.
No, you can, but can you do it as a follow-up?
As a comment? I don't know.
I don't know.
Right.
So there weren't pictures associated here.
Got it.
Another user by the name of Robert A., and I think this guy must be a historian because this guy's got the lowdown. So check out what he posted. The lady in reds, she had a call name because she was a sex worker, but it says Ross, though her real name was Evelyn Mae Johnston.
Why are you freaking out about Johnston?
But we have a name.
Oh, okay. I was just like, am I supposed to know Johnston?
You know, the Johnstons.
What the fuck are you trying to signal to me? I don't get it. Okay, but Evelyn is what he says.
Yeah.
Why does he know that?
You know what? I bet it was supposed to be Rose. I bet her call name was Rose. That would hint at the red maybe with the...
Yeah.
So
that
maybe.
would.
I don't know. I might have mistyped that. But he thinks that her real name is Evelyn Mae Johnston. She was born in Baltimore and died January 2nd, 1914. In his post, he seemed to validate the story of how she met her demise and also of her haunting of the 5th floor. So I just want to know, what does Robert A. do for a living?
Is he the murderer?
Yeah,
or
right.
A descendant of them? Or is he a psychic? Or did he just look at death records and figure it out?
Nobody went back on that question and be like, excuse me, Robert A.
Yeah.
Where did you dig up these details?
Know this? Are you a time traveler?
Right.
I mean, you would assume that people would have her name had they gone and looked at death records.
Yes.
Or whatever. They would have already, oh yes, a death was reported at the Mizpah, a lady, a description that might have led to figuring out who she was later.
Yes, yeah.
Robert could just, I don't know.
Been a time traveler who witnessed all of it, or...
That would make it the most historic. If he's a psychic that's pulling this stuff out, then that's
questionable.
Still questionable. You got a gut feeling her name is Evelyn, or do you actually know her name is really Evelyn?
Right. I mean,
how do you know this, sir?
I didn't get a chance to actually look up.
Well, we are
Evelyn
about to
Mae
harass
Johnston.
the fuck out of Robert to
I
get
know.
the answers.
It's coming your way, Robert. The storm is a-coming. So another poster, 08969Z. This is Stephen B.
Oh my fucking God.
They just went with whatever was next. And I think this is a lady. Posted having crazy dreams that she discovered almost mirrored her husband's dreams. So it was basically her and her husband had the same dream, like almost exact.
Yes.
So she didn't find out until like they went down to have breakfast. They start talking about it and she's like, no way. That's like the exact same person that was in my dream.
That is weird.
That is really weird. And she also said that she doesn't commonly have wild, vivid dreams like that. She's a sound sleeper.
For somebody, yeah.
She said she stayed in room 207 and her dreams were of a bellman and a very angry woman, both in period clothing. And to top it off, her husband said that while he was in the lobby bathroom, he heard a woman whisper in his ear, "Hey, you."
That's Evelyn.
And that was in the bathroom.
Evelyn Mae Rose.
Mae Johnston Rose. Yeah,
Yes.
Ross. Maybe.
What a creep hanging out in the bathroom.
I know.
Well, actually, I guess he could have been down there gambling.
Yeah,
but I was
that's
going
fair.
to say, you You know why
doing that, man?
guys go use the lobby bathroom.
Uh-oh.
They don't want to blow it up in the room.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's very
That's
actually
nice of
courteous. Thank you
Yes,
for doing
appreciate it. He might have been down there gambling.
that. And I'd be like, hey, you, courtesy flush.
Hey, you could have kept that shit in your room.
It wasn't really a ghost.
Other people.
It was
have to
actually
come in
someone
here.
going by. They were walking
like
by.
the May.
Yes. But look, check this out. If the Mizpah is all booked up when you guys make it into town and you're still looking for something a little spooky, I happen to have a runner-up for you. And no, you won't find this on America's Most Haunted list, but it's still worthy of a little look-see. 3 years ago you thought that last username was raw? Okay. So this is Kathy J4AOC3917D. She posted that they stayed in the Best Western in
That's right
Tonopah.
next to us.
It is?
It's right there. I mean, yeah.
Okay. She stayed there in 2007 and she had a spooky experience. I swung around and ducked in the hallway on the way to the ice machine because it felt like someone came up very fast behind me. She said, then over my head, as if I was getting assaulted. She spun around looking for someone and there was nobody freaking there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I know this experience or this feeling
Yes.
from the James Eldredge house.
Yes.
Like that something could make you feel that way.
Yeah.
You almost feel like, what? I'm
What?
fucking crazy.
Right.
There's nothing behind me.
Isn't that nuts?
But it felt like something was there. So
that's like a validating
she was just trying
experience.
to go get some ice.
She was just like, I just want to have some wine. I need that ice. Yeah, so I thought that was incredible. I didn't even realize it was like right next door. So maybe we could sneak over there and get some ice later on.
Hit at their ice machine. You don't have to ask the bartender at their place. Well, I'm assuming like it's the whole miners thing. And,
Yes.
you know, there's probably another building there, a saloon, a bar,
Yeah.
you know, something like that that's got that energy there.
I'm sure. I just thought it was so funny that it's the Best Western. And it doesn't have all of these incredible like ties to it, like the haunted. It's a
Wouldn't
top
that be
10 list.
awesome if the top of the list was like a Days Inn?
Just Red Roof Inn.
Yeah.
Done. We can afford that. $54 a night.
There are things out there that could be built on land that has a lot of history and
Yeah.
there's a lot of energy left behind.
Well, and that's what we were just talking about too.
We've
It's-
talked about it before too, like
Yeah.
McDonald's and Burger Kings and stuff being haunted.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Go in there to get your Big Mac and a little paranormal experience.
The little chicken nugget floating in the
I know.
air. You know.
Woo. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the elevator.
No, that was a person's voice just
No,
a
yeah.
second ago.
There was, I heard someone out there.
Yeah, probably somebody trying to carry their heavy ass luggage
Uh-huh.
into one of these rooms.
Yeah.
Because he sounded like, oh.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah. I think it's a real person, guys.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about investigating a hotel. That, I mean, obviously we can't book it a whole thing
There's
out. We're not
fucking
Ghost
people
Adventures
here.
I know, but there are other paranormal investigators here tonight too.
Yes. Yeah. Wait, when we were in the Jerome Hotel, there was too.
Yeah.
Remember those guys in the, I don't know how serious they were, but.
Well, yeah, I was actually a little offended. I was trying to have dinner and they're all fucking trying to ghost hunt. I'm like,
They
no,
were,
no,
like,
sir.
At the dining room table. Like, God, don't you have some manners? Get your elbows off the table.
Elbows off the table.
And put your full spectrum cameras away. That is after you finish your soup.
That is rude, sir. Sit down. Meanwhile, Wendy and I are drawing images of the ghosts that we saw on the tablecloth.
It was paper.
It was
It's
paper.
not like we were
No, it
drawing
was
on
like
actual
ruining the.
tablecloth.
They gave us those crayons.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do something with them. We didn't want to draw on their walls. So, anyways, that's really all that I had for you. I'm super excited to be staying in this hotel. I know that you're excited too. There's just so much history, right beneath our feet in this town, and just driving here, it's just like you're kind of absorbed in it. And we step back in time by coming into Tonopah. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't know, maybe she is trying to get to the ice. Maybe she wants a drink. We should make her a glass.
We should leave her out of glass. That
Yeah.
would be a nice offering.
Okay, I'm down.
I'll pour one out for our homie there.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, it
one
could
for our homie.
help attract her.
Mhm.
And we've got Mr. McFeely for the kids.
Mhm.
And we have fruit. It's not candy, but we have fruit. So
Well,
we'll have to try that out.
We're not trying to reach deities either.
I feel like you almost have to approach them almost the same way.
I kind of feel like I should have brought my pearls.
But they're just going to steal them
Yeah.
and then go give them to somebody else.
But like maybe she would be happy about that. She's like, oh,
Wait,
finally.
you don't actually have pearls, do you?
I do actually have
What?
pearls.
You
yeah,
are
I do.
the grandest old lady.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Burp. Let me do something gross.
So ladylike.
I know.
No, this hotel is amazing. Just the looks of it is beautiful. And like we already said, you know, it's like you're stepping back in time. So shit, if we don't even see a ghost tonight, I love this experience.
Yeah.
I just love seeing this place. And it's just history here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. I would like to see the ghost too, though.
Oh yeah, that would be a bonus. That would just
Preferably
really,
on camera.
yeah, not really so much while we're
everybody else should
sleeping.
see it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't really like that idea.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, since you mentioned it, I don't really want to know that there was a ghost walking around while we were sleeping. Like, what was he doing? Going through my bags? Was he like poking at me? No, I just prefer to wake up and just be like, oh, I guess nothing happened last night.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it'd be kind of nice if your like covers got ripped off.
Oh, yeah,
of you.
yeah.
You couldn't prove it to anybody, but it would be an experience to have.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be interesting. You see that happening all the time on
Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity. You see that happening all the time in the movies.
The movies. I don't know how much it really happens.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm excited to stay here. I can't wait for us to do our investigation, which we will be starting just as soon as the podcast wraps up. So hopefully, I mean, fingers crossed, you know, the ghosts don't come on cue. They're not like,
Right.
oh, you're here to see me. Well, here I am. You know, let me sit down and let's have a
we might have
chat.
caught them on like a bad hair day.
Yeah.
Or they were out of their foundation and they
Right.
don't have their makeup on.
Or there's
So they'll come
another
out.
group that knows what candy that person, you know, liked in the real life or whatever. So they're just like, well, here's my butterscotch. Y'all can forget it. I'm not coming to visit you. So we hope to find something and we'll post whatever we capture. It first goes to YouTube. So please check us out there on COTN Paranormal on YouTube. We've got tons of videos.
So we just releasing all kinds of shit.
All kinds
So
of
make
shit.
sure you subscribe so you get a notification when those drop.
And after everything is loaded onto YouTube, then we'll eventually push it out to our other socials. So we've got Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's COTN_paranormal on Instagram, COTN paranormal on Facebook and Twitter. So I know you love social media. Follow us on all, please. But if you're just, you know, there's just too many of them. I just want to follow you on one. Then, you know, YouTube would probably be the best way to go because like Wendy said, you'll get updates every time something new is loaded.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Or pick your favorite, but we're not on those TikToks and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, we could be. It's just that, man, you just have to have so much time. And right now, we're just trying to give you quality goodness.
I don't know how to make a TikTok video.
I don't
I'm just
either.
gonna tell the truth.
I thought you did.
No. That's why we're not on TikTok. I don't know how to make the fucking videos.
Oh.
And then they talk about shutting that shit down. And
Yeah, I
stuff.
know,
So
right? It's
we
going
get
away.
all into it and love it, and then they'd be like, "Never mind."
It's gone.
And then we have to find the next best thing.
It'll be the same thing. It'll just be called Fick Fock.
Right? They do say that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just cut one head off, another one will pop up.
Yep.
So it's hard for us grand old ladies to keep
Our
up.
grand old ladies.
Yes, yeah. So we're doing our best with the kind of the staples
Yes.
there. But I think, you know, YouTube's always the way to go. I
Yeah.
do like that.
Who doesn't love a good YouTube video?
Right.
We've got 1,000 of
yeah,
them.
you can get into a YouTube spiral pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah. I know. But I don't get to. My husband does. He watches
I
it
know
all
he
day
does.
long. He just doesn't watch our stuff.
No, he gets enough of our shit.
Yeah, this is true. So speaking of more of our shit, we also have a Spirit Emporium. It's called The Spirit Emporium. So find us on Etsy. We sell all kinds of amazing things on there. And that's how you can support our show in another way other than subscribing on your podcast media player.
We do like you just kind of pimping and using our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's always awesome to see people appreciating the things that we've made for them.
Yeah.
But also it helps pay for this.
All of this.
These road trips. So
Yeah, it sure does. It goes to the funding of these amazing road trips. So please follow us on those social media pages like I mentioned and visit our store. It's the Spirit Emporium. It's on Etsy. And that's all I got.
that was awesome. I don't
Okay.
even have to tell you that. I've interrupted you enough telling you. So I'm sure I don't need to wrap this up with how amazing it was. You already know I love every bit of it. And I cannot wait to start this investigation.
I know. Let's go ghost hunt.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All
All right. Bye.
Bye.